Hello everyone, my name is Millie and welcome to The Performing Arts and Me. In today's video I'm going to be talking about hair and makeup for drama school auditions, sharing some of my thoughts on it, what I did for my drama school auditions and some things you might want to consider. If you're new to my channel and you didn't know already, I'm currently at London Studio Centre on their theatre dance degree programme and I'm on the musical theatre pathway. I'm now in second year, and before I started at London Studio Centre I did a foundation year at Bird College. So I did 2 years of drama school auditions. I did one for entry in September 2021 and one for entry in September 2022. And when I discuss what I did in terms of makeup and hair, I'm mainly going to be talking about what I did for auditions for entry in September 2022. I'd like to start this video by saying that these ideas are entirely based off of what I did for my auditions, and it's definitely not me saying you have to do this. Everyone's different, and also I'm definitely not a makeup or hair expert by any means, not by any stretch of the imagination. But I'm going to share with you what I did, and I'm going to explain why I chose to do what I chose to do. So hopefully that will give you some idea of what to consider when you're choosing what you do with your hair or makeup for auditions, but I'm definitely not saying that this is right or wrong. You might have seen already on my channel that I did a video about what I wore for my auditions, and I started by outlining 3 main principles for when it came to like choosing my audition outfits, and actually these kind of carry over to hair and makeup, so I'm going to mention them briefly again, but with just like a hair and makeup twist. So my first main principle for choosing your hair and makeup, what you're going to do with it, is to check what the school has asked for. So it might say something like you need a ballet bun, for example. So check what they say, and if you're unsure or you'd like to ask if something's okay, then I'd suggest getting in touch with the school and asking them. My next main principle is to do what you're comfortable with. So something that you've done before, that you're not going to be distracted by, something that you know you've done for either an audition or for class and you know it's going to work for you. And my final principle is to do something that is practical, so something that, for example, you can easily adapt between the different sections of an audition, and I'm going to talk more about this later, particularly when it comes to hair. Right, I'm now going to talk about what I did with my hair and makeup. I'm going to start with hair. So my general hairstyle for the jazz round of an audition was a slicked back low ponytail with the centre parting, which you've probably seen if you follow me on my Instagram, or you might even have seen it in my YouTube videos, because a low ponytail with a centre parting is my go-to anyway. But for a jazz audition it would be very much slicked back. I dried this after I washed it yesterday, so it's not quite in its natural state, but my hair is generally quite wavy slash, I wouldn't quite call it curly, I don't know, slightly curly, I don't know. Anyway, I don't have dead straight hair, and so it can get quite frizzy on top if it's not like slicked back. So I would generally slick it back to keep it neat. I normally used hair gel, but I might have also used hairspray at times. Gel's my go-to though. And for doing the like little bits around the edges, I tend to use like a toothbrush to like get the little wispy bits down. So yeah, I wanted my hair out of my face and not distracting me, so a low ponytail was what I found works for me. It's what I wear to college most days anyway. And it's also easy to put into a bun from that, like a low bun. So I could then just twist my hair up and twist it into a bun. For a ballet round I would generally have a bun like this, probably a bit neater than that because I would have gelled my hair and I would be doing it properly. But yeah, so if I was doing a bun for a ballet round, I generally use a bun net of some kind, and then I tend to use bobby pins rather than like bun pins. So bobby pins for me are like the tighter ones. Here we go, I have an example. So I'd use bobby pins like this rather than bun pins like this, because bobby pins tended to work better for me to like hold my hair. I find that they hold my hair better. And then for the singing and acting round it varied a bit more. So a lot of the time I would have it part up, part down. So I'd take the front bits and like clip them back, or I'd take them from down here and clip them back with like one of those mini claw clips. And when I say mini claw clips, I mean mini claw clips like this size. And then I'd just clip these bits back and I'd have it part up, part down like this. However, I do think I sometimes kept it back in the low ponytail if either I didn't have time or I forgot to take it out. And I might even have had it completely loose sometimes, but I'm not sure I did that. I think I did tend to clip it back. My hair at the time was slightly shorter than this, but not much shorter. I don't know, maybe it was here, or I don't know. But yeah, so I wanted it out my face and out my way, so I would tend to clip it back. I also remember being told at some point from somewhere that for self-tapes, it was better to not have all your hair at the front because it can become all about the hair. So this is all my hair at the front. I think I heard that it was better to have either just like a couple of bits at the front, like less of your hair at the front, or have it all back or clip back or whatever, so having most of it behind you and then a couple of bits at the front if you wanted it. That's what I had anyway. So yeah, that would be my general hair for singing and acting. And obviously because I put gel in it before, it was quite like slicked down, so I'd have a brush with me and be able to brush it out a little bit, but actually it was quite helpful to have the top bits have a bit of gel or hairspray on them, because again it meant that there weren't frizzy bits around it. So for me, I think that that was quite helpful. A quick side note about the bun ponytail thing. So for the Erdang audition that I did, the dance round, when I did it I had like the quickest change ever between the ballet and jazz audition, and I think that this is quite common for Erdang auditions in general. Like I think they do tend to do this with their auditions. So you have like a dance round, but then they just give you like a couple of minutes in between doing ballet and jazz to get changed. When I say a couple of minutes, I do literally mean like 2 or 3 minutes to change leotard, tights, hair, and things like that. But I remember I had my bun net in and my bobby pins in, and I was trying to take them out for my jazz audition, and it got like stuck. Like I think I was trying to tear my bun net out or something. Like I don't know, the pins were stuck or something. So although I would generally say to try and make your bun as secure as possible, and I would say like, oh, you can never have too many pins as long as they're not digging into your head and hurting you, because you don't really want pins distracting you. But normally I'd say you can never have too many pins, just make it secure, blah blah blah. But for that audition I would say maybe only have as many pins as you need, because it was quite a quick change to get them all out again. Something else which I'm going to mention in the makeup section that I also had to do in that time was put a red lip on for jazz, but I'm going to talk about that when I talk about makeup, which I'm going to start talking about now. So moving on to makeup. I don't tend to wear makeup day to day, but for my auditions I did tend to put some on. I try to do generally quite a natural makeup look. It's a bit hard to remember what I used, but I think I generally used primer, foundation, colour correcting concealer, which kind of has a highlighter effect to it as well, contour, highlighter as well maybe, blusher, mascara, probably not eyeliner I don't think, some eyeshadow but nothing like major, maybe like 2 or 3 shades but quite neutral shades, like maybe a bit darker here and then lighter here or lighter here, I don't know, but probably quite a basic eyeshadow, and then just like a matte powder and setting spray, and generally just a lip gloss. Although for the Erdang audition, as I mentioned, I think they asked for a red lipstick for jazz, so that would have been a red lip for that. And again, that would have been something that I did in that quick change between ballet and jazz. For makeup, I would generally bring some like top ups with me, and I think I also generally brought my hair gel and or hairspray with me. But with makeup top ups, I think I rarely use them except maybe the lip gloss. I probably did use the hairspray and or hair gel a little bit more. I would definitely recommend using setting spray, and I would suggest trying out both your hair and makeup looks beforehand, but with makeup like trying it out in a dance class, so you know if you're going to end up just sweating it off or if it's going to hold. And also with your hair as well, like is it going to stay back, is it going to be in your face? I think when I did my low ponytail I tended to use 2 hairbands just in case, but I might have only started doing that halfway through my auditions, like in case one broke or something, and also to just hold it stronger so it didn't like keep coming out when I was turning or something. My general thoughts on hair and makeup for a drama school audition is that you want to look professional, but they also want to see the real you. That's why I was going for more a natural makeup look, especially as I don't normally wear makeup, and also why my hair was like slicked back. However, I really don't feel qualified to say whether you should or shouldn't wear makeup for an audition or what you should do with your hair. I think look at what the school says and what makes you feel comfortable, and like I said, you can always email to check. I also don't think that in general as a society we should think that professionalism equals makeup. Some people might hold that viewpoint, and that might be something you want to bear in mind, but I really don't think that that should be the viewpoint that's held. I think you can be professional whether or not you wear makeup or whatever you choose to do with your hair. For me, wearing makeup, because it's not something I do on a day-to-day basis, makes it feel more like a special event. Like I used to wear makeup for dance competitions, I wear makeup for shows, and I wore makeup for auditions. So therefore it makes it like, it gives it an elevated status in my mind because I'm getting myself ready in that same way, or like it makes me feel more like it's a special event. And so I quite liked wearing makeup for auditions, but I don't think as a society we should think that makeup equals being professional. So that's kind of a related topic, but also potentially a whole other issue. Anyway, I think that that is everything that I wanted to share in today's video. I hope it's been helpful. Like I said, it's just my opinion, so please check with the school. Also, I think that the school should at least be basing what they think off of your work, and so the most important thing I think is that what you do with your hair and makeup allows you to do your best work. So for me that was having my hair well out my face and having a natural makeup look that made me feel like it was an occasion and made me feel professional in my eyes. But for you that might be something completely different, and that's absolutely fine. So just check with the school's guidelines, think about what you might want to do, and if you have any concerns then you can get in touch with the schools to ask. So yeah, I hope this video has been helpful, and if it has, please do give it a like to let me know, and I'd really appreciate it if you subscribed if you haven't already, because I'd love to get to 150 subscribers. And if you have any tips for hair and makeup, please leave them in the comments below. It would be lovely for people to share their tips with each other. I just realised I didn't really talk about makeup for self-tapes, but I think I generally did pretty much the same thing. Potentially something a little bit heavier if I was being washed out, but I think it was probably pretty much the same. Anyway, yeah, I think that's everything. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and thank you very much for watching. Bye!